So we can either change the situation, we can change what we think about the situation, and we have this other option, is to fully just step out of our mind, like transcend the situation. To step into the hugeness of divinity that we are all the time. And from that place, everything's perfect. Even if it's a hell world, everything becomes perfect. And so not that many people can pull that off, the transcendence route. In fact, what I find is that transcendence only works for a limited amount of time. If there's something within us that's still struggling with life. So if there's something emotionally that's still struggling and having a hard time with life, if we try to transcend our experience, this thing within us is going to continue to pull us back down into our body. And so then our invitation is to embrace that too, to love that too, and then allow our transcendence to be total, which means it's huge, it's open, it's spacious, and also it includes this aspect of ourself. And so if this aspect of ourself is complaining, having a hard time, freaking out, shutting down, closing, whatever, then we can embrace this aspect of ourself and stay awake, open with everything, with the spacious nature that we are and our humanity. And that takes someone who's quite courageous to be able to embrace their humanity. Because what we're saying is, when we embrace our humanity, we're saying we're not afraid of life. We're not afraid of pain. And in a sense, as we embrace our humanity, we become quite fearless, quite strong, quite unmovable. And then we don't have to transcend life anymore because we're living from this huge presence of peace. In fact, we become the peace. We don't have to step into peace. We are the peace. We are the love. And then our life just becomes this wonderful movement of divinity. But we only get there through embracing everything that's difficult within us. We don't get there through just transcending. But transcending is a fun game that a lot of people like to play in spirituality. And when we first transcend, there's this wonderful feeling of relief from being out of our ego and out of our mind. But ultimately, if we're going to be free, we must be willing to embrace every aspect of ourselves and to meet it with love. And sometimes that means we allow our pain to rage through our body. We allow our anger to come forward and release. We allow our sadness to come forward and release. Any kind of pain from our childhood, we allow it to come forward and release. And it's just releasing in the openness, the hugeness, the peace that we are. And so this is always our constant invitation is, whatever's here, can we love it? Can we embrace it? Whether it comes in the form of someone coming to us and disagreeing with us and saying, hey, you need to work on this. Or if we're just struggling with, an emotional block within us. So, and when we step into life this way, everything becomes our teacher. And there's no division between spiritual life and the worldly life. It's just all one life. It's all one movement.